So I decided to do something a little bit different today and recreate a house that Plumbella has created on YouTube. And she's done it for The Sims 4 and I'm making it in The Sims 2. As I was finding the perfect land, I got a little bit distracted by the hot air balloon. I think I saw Bella Goth inside it, which is quite interesting, a little detail. So anyway, I just started with the external of the house. I think she rotated the house, and so I was struggling to find the direction to build it in because you can't just rotate houses in Sims 2. But I got a good base here. I think I got the scaling quite accurate. I'd say it's a little bit smaller maybe than what hers was. And then I just started putting in the columns. And what you're going to find next is I had serious issues with roofing. It was so hard because of the awkward shape of the building. It was just really hard. I went through so many tries. I started with autocorrect to get a rough idea, or auto roof, not autocorrect. And it just didn't look right. And I tried to fix it myself. Also, I put the siding on and the brick wall. I think the colours are really nice. It is a bit darker than what she's gone for, but I just didn't have anything that suited it lighter. So you'll see that I've been messing around with that as well. I think I've just stuck with this. It's roughly a similar colour, but a bit darker. So you'll see that I've just finished the windows and the doors, and I've just put a little snippet in the corner which shows you what I'm sort of working off. It is a bit darker, but we have got those white accents on the sides. I think we've got roughly similar kind of windows and doors. So we've tried our best. And the next bit that we're doing is the plants. So you can see with her, she's got lots of different custom content plant pots. So I've done the same. And just sort of organising it in some manner around the front. I've just done a floor terrain with stones to get that round kind of look at the front. It's a bit more tricky to do. You can't really use fences and stuff to get that round look in The Sims 2. So now we move into where the kitchen is, and I just do not have the same kind of doors that she was using. They were like these sliding doors. Reminds me kind of like Soella's kind of mansion doors. You can see I go through so many ways of trying to do it. I've only got decorative versions. I haven't been able to find a functional one. So in the end, I decided to stick with the theme of the house with the white windows, and I went for open kind of shutters as a solution to that. In terms of the kitchen counters, it was really hard to find a colour that matched her colour scheme. Hers is a lot lighter, and I went through loads of counters and tried my best to match it, and I had a marble counter with a white base, or I could have the kind of greenish colour but with a white top, so I just had to go with the greenish kind of colour overall. And the top cupboards I've done white because I didn't have a matching colour for the counters. I then put some finishing touches, just got some cutlery, dish rack, things like that to just decorate a little bit. I couldn't get the microwave diagonal on this type of counter. I can do it on a Maxis one, but I just can't do it on this custom content one. And I didn't have quite the same lights, so I've just gone for a simple black. And then the floor, a little bit lighter, not quite the same shade, but a similar kind of pattern. And I just couldn't find a rug I was happy with here, so I just put the table and the chairs. We can't do it around as much, so I had to do that off grid, so I wouldn't say it's functional. And trying to space it out was quite tricky to make it look even. Realised very quickly I don't use pink very often, so it's nice to see that I do have some pink furnishings, and I couldn't find the matching armchair for it, but I think it looks okay. Like, it's not completely matching, but let's just say they're cousins, not sisters. I also had some real issues here with putting a lamp on this table. This was the perfect table, quite modern, edgy kind of legs, but I just couldn't put a lamp on, so I put a candle instead. Later on, I actually changed this table. I looked at the picture again, and the cabinet she uses is a lot bigger, a lot more modern. So I actually come back to this section and change that up a little bit more, which you'll see later. It was really hard finding a coffee or console table to fit behind the sofa, and it was in a similar style. I didn't have a marble table like she had, so I just had to make do with what I had. This was the only smallish table that I could find that was modern, and I gave it a really good shot. I moved everything forward a little bit just so we have a little bit of room to enter the building, and then I just put some pictures on the side. Really didn't spend very long on this. I kept it very simple. There wasn't much to do here. I don't think I put a towel rack in the end because I didn't have the space, but we do have a sort of similar sink, and I put a simple white bath as well. Now for the main bedroom, I spent a lot of time on this I didn't have the same sort of cupboards, so the main feature I haven't quite got the same. And then I realised that I'm putting this in the wrong room, so I finished this room, go to the children's room, and then realise I have to swap them. So you'll see that process in a bit as well. So for the kids' room, we definitely wanted a bunk bed, but our bunk beds come together. We can't have like a bed facing out and a bed across, like an L. You have to have like one on top of the other. So, I've had to make some allowances here. Put like a toy box. I think I got like the shelving and stuff, which I think looks okay-ish. I just wanted to decorate, put like a mural on the wall, some toys here and there. I put a little teddy bear on the top bed, and just some pictures just to decorate a little bit more. We're just doing some touch-ups, so we had to add in the fireplace, which I didn't do before. I was going to put some lights on it, but it was just very difficult. I then changed the table for the TV, and again I couldn't replace the TV very well, so I had to use the placement squares, and then just put a few extra toys in the children's room just to make it look a little bit more lived in. And then finally at the front, just did a little bit of landscaping, nothing too much, just some plants. Put a little bit of dirt on the ground, put a little bit around the trees and stuff. So this is the exterior of the house. I lost the footage, so it's a little bit jumpy. You'll notice like it doesn't look very smooth at this point. I've had to slow down the sped up footage. But you can see the outside, we had the plants there, and I think that looks pretty accurate. Put some rocks around the outside. The front area I think looks much more similar with the change of table, and I'm actually quite pleased with the colour of the sofas that we've gone for. I think it really matches the style that they went for, and we've got the framed photos in the background. The bathroom, we've got very similar walls. I think it's very plain, very simple, nothing too much to say. So next we're actually going to go into the bedroom, and this will be the main bedroom. I didn't have the same cupboards, so I actually went for the black ones. I think it gives us a similar vibe, but not the same. So there was the fireplace, and here is the kitchen. We've got these big windows and the round table, and roughly a similar colour. We've gone for some kind of little bit of marble, but not the same. And then finally the children's room with fairy lights and bunk beds and toys and murals on the wall, clipped frames as well. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in my next video.